Ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, I would like to apologize for looking extremely unprofessional today. I've had some eye scans and I've got massive light sensitivity right now, so I've got to wear this hoodie and these glasses just to dim that down and make this a little bit more tolerable. It was either that or no webcam, and I thought I may as well have the webcam anyway. I'm sure you can deal with it. So let's get into Bitcoin today. We've had some interesting price action. In fact, some stuff that's just not very ideal going on in the Bitcoin charts at the moment. We had some economic data release and it led to some fluctuations in the Bitcoin price, some very sudden and very violent fluctuations. If we zoom into the hourly chart, we can see those fluctuations very clearly. Not only fluctuations, but it led to a drop, big kind of fluctuations on this wick right here, and then a massive drop downwards on Bitcoin. Not massive in percentage, but a very key level we rejected from there. We dropped downwards approximately 5%. Which is quite significant, okay, especially considering Bitcoin's literally just been moving sideways for, essentially 3 months in a macro range, but more specifically in this 10% price range, it's been moving sideways now for approximately 20 days. So just about 3 weeks there. It's about 5% drop in a short period of time is quite major, and that rejection is what's important, right? There's a reason why it's major, and it's not because of the percentage drop necessarily, but it's because we rejected from a very important level. Okay, we have this. Let's just delete this yellow line because it's actually not relevant anymore. It is too choppy in my opinion. It's not really that relevant. What is relevant though is the red rectangle on the screen. Okay, get rid of the bull market support band, get rid of the RSI, get rid of all of this for now. The red rectangle on the screen is very important. Okay, it's the resistance zone. Now you might be thinking, oh, surely the all-time high is the resistance zone. No, the all-time high is a justified deviation after a significant move to the upside. We've only tested it once, we went downwards straight away. I don't think the all-time high is the real macro resistance level of this range. I've discussed that before. What I do think is the actual resistance level in this range, the real problem is this red resistance box here between 71.2K and 72K. That is the real resistance that Bitcoin is facing. That is the level that we rejected from multiple occasions that I'm circling right now. That is the level we have seen a double top formation potentially forming in. And that is a threat. And that's why the drop we saw yesterday or earlier today from that price region, because of that economic data releasing, is not good. It's not a bad thing because we moved downwards. It's a bad thing because of where we moved downwards from. And the context. The context is Bitcoin faced this level at 66.8K, this level right here, this center red line, for resistance on multiple occasions. We finally got above it. We've come upwards. We've flipped it for support. And from that basis of support, we've made 2 aggressive attacks to the upside. The attack 1 rejected from the red box, and the second attack at this point in time is rejected from the red box as well. What does that do? It makes a double top formation on Bitcoin, a potentially threatening formation that generally indicates breakdowns from support are to come. So that's a threat. We've now got a developing threat on Bitcoin, and it's something we really need to be watching quite closely and be quite concerned about, because I'll tell you right now, if Bitcoin does go down, let's make this line pink so you can see it. If Bitcoin does go down, I can't actually see the colors with these glasses. There we go. If Bitcoin does go down and break below 66.8K or that rough price region, that is a very, very big setback. Okay, because that means we're dropping back into this range right here that we were ranging with for about a month and a half period. And that is the range in which we were testing our macro levels that held up the entirety of the bull market. If we drop back down below 66.8K, not only are we dropping below a support zone, we're getting back into a dangerous position for Bitcoin, where we're going to start testing the bottom of the larger range itself and going to start, testing the actual fabric of this bull market itself. And that's something we really shouldn't be doing. It doesn't make sense for Bitcoin to be doing that. This is, at this point in time, the perfect macro structure. We saw a completely justifiable drop downwards to 57K. On that 57K top, drop downwards, we saw the perfect retest. We saw a retest of a 13-year ascending support line in red. We saw a retest of the bull market support band. We saw a retest of the pi cycle center lines. Everything that happened on that drop downwards, everything that happened on that 57K drop was perfectly justified. It was a perfect correction. We came back upwards, we broke resistance, and now we're in this price region. We've got the total 3 cryptocurrency market cap consolidating on top of the bull market support band, just like what it did in the last cycle before blasting off to new all-time highs. We are in a prime position for Bitcoin on a macro scale to move upwards. And if it doesn't do that, if it does go downwards and it does break 67K roughly, and it does consolidate in this price region, it does start threatening to drop downwards, that's really, really bad news. So in my opinion, we've seen some kind of short-term problems start to arise in the Bitcoin chart. This double top's not promising, but it has not developed into a macro threat yet. It is not yet a macro threat. It is not yet at the point where I'm like, oh, we need to get out of the market. No way. At this point in time, the macro is still intact. The medium term is still intact. The short term is looking a little bit dodgy. You could make the argument that there is some sort of ascending support line in this vague price region. It's hard to make because the support line is a bit messy. It's a bit choppy. It's hard to exactly identify where exactly it will be. There is a chance that we bounce around here. You could also say that zooming out and looking at something more broad than the Bitcoin chart, you could say, for example, total 3 cryptocurrency market cap, that's been holding support in its bull market support band for, a couple of months now. It's testing its bull market support band right now. And so you could argue that the market in general has support in this vague price region and so should go upwards from here, although it's not immediately identifiable in the Bitcoin chart. If we're looking in things like total 3 cryptocurrency market cap chart and Ethereum, we do have support on those charts. So perhaps you can make an argument that Bitcoin goes up from around this price region, or this wick down here was the bottom, or we're not going to go much lower. Those are all valid arguments, and I could dive into those arguments quite extensively, but I don't think it's necessary. I think, as I said, we need to focus more on medium term right now. We know for a fact that the short term in the last 20 or 21 days has been an absolute mess, okay? This entire price region here between 67K and 72K has been a mess. It's been up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, sideways, nothing's happening. It's all boring, it's all a mess. There's been no real confirmed structures. All the structures have been just invalidated time and time again. What I suggest we do at this point in time is wait this out. It's very simple. It has been very simple and it remains very simple, okay? 72K, 66 roughly. That's all that matters right now, in my opinion. We lose this level here, we're in danger. And we need to start considering alternative scenarios. We don't sell, look, very clear. We don't sell straight away if we lose this level. It's not the end of the world if we lose this level, right? Well, it's the end of the world if we lose bull market support band, we lose price cycle center lines, we lose this red line that we tested for support at 57K. All of those lines are currently sitting around 61 to 62, okay? That's when it's really bad. That's when it's really starting to be over, right? But the first step in that direction that actually matters is dropping below this level right here. So all eyes on this level and this level. Very simple. There is a lot more to this range than meets the eye. There always has been. The entire time we've been in this range, there's been more than meets the eye. If we zoom into the weekly chart, we can see very clearly the highest ever weekly candle close that Bitcoin has seen ever, right? Its entire price history is at 71.2K. That's the highest ever weekly candle close we've seen. Guys, 71.2K is the start, the lower end of this red resistance rectangle that we're facing right now. That's the level we rejected from in the recent daily candle close just a couple of days ago. And then we move to the monthly chart. We can see the highest ever monthly candle close that Bitcoin's seen, again, is at 71.2K, right? And then we look at the monthly chart again and we zoom in a bit further. The 61.2K level, which is the highest ever monthly candle close we saw up until November 2021, guys, that's the bottom of this range. That's where the bull market support band currently sits, right? This range is more than just a random accumulation of price action, random consolidations. This range is very much embedded within the fabric of the Bitcoin macro structure, not only within the health of this macro bull market, but just this entire price region has stemmed backwards since 2021. This is not just 2024 price action here. All of these levels have mattered for years, and now we are just seeing the price react to them. Okay, so it's a very, very important range. It is literally the spring point of a parabolic bull market. And this is very well reflected through, again, total 3 cryptocurrency market cap chart, but this is just one chart that reflects that. I can look into many others, and I have done in the past. This is just the most concise way to look at it. Very clearly, we have a 5-step pattern here. Step 1 is bottoming out. Step 2 is coming for our first peak. Step 3 is consolidation on the bull market support band before moving upwards. Step 4 is the final consolidation. And then we blast off into a parabolic bull market. We've followed that exact same 5-step structure. We are on step 4. We're on the final step before that parabolic bull market, right? And when we look at it in a Bitcoin context, well, Bitcoin is in the vague all-time high region of a 2021 bull market. Historically speaking, bull markets have only really properly kicked off once we break that all-time high region from the previous bull market. Again, just really trying to hammer down this point. This entire price region here so far has been very healthy from a structural perspective. This entire price region here so far is the final step before a parabolic bull market. We have to hope that that is not ruined by some sort of macroeconomic event or something else. We just have to hope. And the only way we can find out is waiting and seeing. At this point in time, the historical data is very clear. The historical data and the structure we've seen so far is very much bullish. There's not really much reason to doubt that at this point in time. The reasons to doubt that will come if we drop below this level right here, and more specifically, this level right here, right? But right now, everything's still intact. There are some threats developing. The double top formation is not a good sign. The short-term price action has not been a good sign. Hopefully, we bounce from here, and there is an argument to be made for that. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end it there. And in tomorrow's video, I'm going to discuss the altcoin season. Okay, I'm going to discuss altcoins because altcoins have actually taken a massive hit on this drop. They've taken a much more significant hit than Bitcoin did. Bitcoin moved downwards 5%, 6%. Altcoins, some altcoins are downwards like 20%, guys. Okay, I think on average, the altcoin market cap dropped like 12%. Okay, so on 9%, something like that. The fact of the matter is it dropped significantly, much more than Bitcoin did. So we need to give you an update on the altcoin market cap, on altcoin season, on how that's progressing. I'm going to do that tomorrow because I don't think it fits in with the topic of today's video. But before we end the video, let's check out a few things here. First and foremost, okay, the exchanges. We've got 3 exchanges on this YouTube channel: BitGet, BingX, and Bitunix. Okay, all very good exchanges, all very low in trading fees, all never been hacked before, and all of them have my referral link in the description below. You can click on that referral link and sign up to any one of these exchanges with that link, and you'll get a 15% trading fee discount for life. So pick your exchange, they're all down below, and use the link down below to get those discounts. It helps out the channel and it helps out yourself by getting on a good exchange. Check out the Crypto Academy's Become a Trader 10-unit course. We've got a bull market sale right now. So for a temporary period of time, we have a reduced price to celebrate the start of the bull market. And obviously getting on that course will teach you how to trade, teaching you everything you need to know about TA so you can take full advantage of the bull market. I highly recommend you do that. And then finally, guys, the VIP group on Telegram, we have 4 to 5 trading signals posted per week on the VIP group. We also have, and this is probably the more important part, believe it or not, a group chat with 120 VIP members constantly discussing charts, the market, trading plans. Everything in there has some utility, and you can add utility to that group even further by joining up. So check that out if you're interested, guys, in altcoin trading plans or just joining an exclusive community. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully these glasses will be off tomorrow. We will see. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.